We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. And that'll put them up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take.
A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Yeah! Here we go! Wait, take. What do you think?
Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Diving forward, and he makes the catch. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Yeah, here we go. Wait and take. Wait and take. Wait and take.
Hands off here for Brooks. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Yeah!
Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Yeah! Here we go! Wait, take. Good. Here we go, 46, 46, 46.
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He's got it to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out they handled it pretty.
From the red zone now. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
Yeah!
Brooks goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and goal, Prescott. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Saints are off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. After, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They give on 2nd to Kamara. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Here comes the Saints punting unit. On is the former all-conference return man from nearby TCU, KaVontae Turpin. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. No return on that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. And play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, here we go.
They send the tight end in motion. Dak now from the gun. He'll get this one to Brooks. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Receiver in motion going left. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go.
To throw is Prescott. Finds his target, Allen. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun is Prescott. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Malik Hooker with the tackle. We'll pause now for an injury. That's Alvin Kamara, who's shaken up as the trainers head out to look at him. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set.
From the 21. That's caught by Chris Olave. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Trying the right side with Miller. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a gain of 4, and that brings us to the end of quarter number 1. Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They start with 2nd and 6. Oh, look at this. They give all the jet sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. Now Rattler. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. Their punter making his way out now. Kevontae Turpin on the return for the Cowboys. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Called out a punt at 47 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yeah.
On the give, it's Brooks. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Working from the pistol, Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, kill. 26.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, sent to the ground by Pete Werner.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Yeah,
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 39. Dumped off to his running back.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
There you go.
Prescott here from the gun. Oh no, they get him yet again! Justin Reed has the INT. And the Saints take over as he records his 10th career INT. Oh man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 48. Completed to his running back. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Handoff here for Miller. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 31. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field. Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. He completes it in traffic. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
First down, Saints.
Working inside the red zone. He's got Shaheed. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They are throwing it again. He's got it! And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll throw it again. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Saints parlay the interception into points. Blake Grupe to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Reed now to kick this one away. Short kick gathered in at the 15. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Throwing on first is Prescott. The screen pass falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Dak. Hits his running back. On the move, past the 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go.
They'll run here on first down. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go, 46.
Putting the tight end in motion.
26.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. This is complete, Jalen Tolbert. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Dallas. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
26.
Dak to the air here. This throw is caught. Touchdown, Dallas. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys tie this game 7-7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Rattler. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these out cuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
From the 38. In disaster averted, he knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Looking to throw, Rattler. Escapes the pocket. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. So it's going to be 4th and short.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. 42 yards on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think? Here we go, kill. What do you think?
First down, here's Dak. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running.
Kill.
2nd and 15 at the 28-yard line.
What do you think?
Back to throw it. Trying for the deep ball. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
What do you think?
He'll throw it. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Saints do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Who knows when the deciding moment will come. We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the give, it's Miller. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Play stopped by Damone Clark. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now Rattler. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He puts some power on a deep one left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go.
Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Yeah! 26.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
They motion the tight end over.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott now on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Yeah, here we go. I take
Receiver in motion, headed right.
26.
On 1st down, they'll run. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
Yeah! Here we go. 26.
Now a give to Brooks, coming left. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Third and just 2 to go. Dak now from the gun. Finds his back complete. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Yeah, here we go. Under.
Man in motion out of the slot.
47. 26.
He's back to throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Rattler. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Rattler to the air now. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
This one's caught. It's Shaheed near the sideline. And the Cowboys bring a couple extra defensive backs out. 3rd down coming. Throwing is Rattler. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got his target. It's Hill. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 1st down, ball at the 36.
Here we go.
A give right side to Miller. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Play stopped by Damone Clark. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
From the 32. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 3rd quarter lead. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Grupe adds the extra point. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7.
Cowboys 7.
Reed now to kick this one away. Returning in from the 16. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Wait.
Prescott here from the gun. And they pick him off again. That's Demario Davis. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Returning from the 18-yard line. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Prescott after that pick. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
We're going to 53. 26.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Ferguson's got it, complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st down, here comes Brooks. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Yeah! Here we go! 26.
Running once more with Brooks. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Yeah, here we go. 26. 26. And 47. 26.
Dak out of the pistol. And he's got it. That's a layout for it, but touchdown. The Cowboys shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. For the point after, here's Aubrey. And he shaked that one to the right. It is no good. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
Shaheed on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Rattler setting to throw. This one's taken in by Hill. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Rattler back to throw. That finds Miller, complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Rattler. Getting out to his left. He can run it. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Looking to throw, Rattler. Olave with the catch. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. This one's caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Gonna keep this one and go. And he's in for the touchdown. The Saints go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Groupie to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints lead by 15 now. Reed now to kick this one away. Turpin with a return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yeah!
1st down, here's Dak. And the Saints came marching home, and they dropped him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again, following the sack. He puts everything behind this one. And they pick him off again. Alontae Taylor has it. And the Saints will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Here we go, set. 69.
Now Rattler. On the move, headed right. He just throws this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
2nd and 10 now. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Rattler to the air now. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints have likely locked up the win right there. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints grow the lead now to 22 points. Reed now to kick this one away. Turpin with a return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Allen there to haul it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Working from the pistol, Prescott has a man. It's Brooks. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
2 go 46. 26.
Prescott now on 3rd down. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the 1st. Dak throwing again. That one's complete, right side. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here. Another throw for Prescott. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That's Demario Davis. He's at midfield. 30. to pick the entire way back. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And no problem for the Saints. They cover it up. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Catch is made down the right sideline. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there. Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to flow toward it, and that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Reed now to kick this one away. Turpin with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go, 46.
Dak now from the gun. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Got to hurry this to the line.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go.
Tight end going in motion here.
26.
Second down. Here's Prescott again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
Kill.
Putting a receiver in motion.
26.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Hauled in by Olave, left side. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Saints are going to have a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Rattler. Gets this one to Shaheed. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
So this will win on the road for the Saints. And this is a game that proves every few weeks